Hello, guys, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Ghosted series. I am your host, Emmanuel, with an I, and I am here with my co host, who needs no introduction,
Anymore, you're not the girl.
Ro next door.
Public figure.
Okay, guys, stay tuned while we share these people's experiences with you. Okay, so the first person says, he kept trying to price the food on a dinner date, then kept complaining that it was expensive right now. I've never wanted to vanish so badly. I don't see any problem with that.
You don't see anything wrong with that girl. Now the conky, they go buy the food.
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything wrong with that.
Are you in my pocket?
Yeah, but who asked you to take her to that place? Before you go to the restaurant, except you are telling me you are not a man that plans. No, Emmanuel, except you're telling me, the man, you're not a man that plans. Because before you go to a restaurant, you know the rating of the restaurant.
No, you don't.
It's like saying, I want to go and eat.
You know the rating here, but you don't know what the menu entails. You can say, okay,
wait,
this
what
one.
Are you saying?
Wait, let me make my points. You can think that, okay, you can know the rating based on, okay, this one looks like a classy restaurant. It looks like a 5-star restaurant, 4-star restaurant, 3-star restaurant, unless you want to carry go mama put. But you can only know these things from online unless you really go into like searching their menus online and stuff like that. But me personally, if I want to go on a date, I would just think, okay, I drove past this place. It looks nice. I'm just speaking for myself. I went through this place. It looks beautiful. I would love to take you there. I do not know what is on their menu, and I don't have that strength to go and be checking online.
When you know you don't have a child.
Mm-hmm.
You have a child.
Yeah.
You drive and pass through Cockley's. You will just carry your child one day, go and put inside Cockley's. You will not ask about Cockley's. How is their school fees? How is their this? You reach there, tell their school fees is this. Start pricing. Because school fees is 100k. I even should collect 50k now.
That is my child's education and future.
Well, it is the same context. We're not talking about future. We're not talking about the job. Okay. It is the context I am talking about.
I think it's okay. Let me contradict myself a little bit. I feel I don't have what to say.
See, if you're going on a date with somebody,
I don't see anything.
You understand? That's why these people have social media platforms. Okay, there are two things involved. You will see there are places that look very exclusive, but their food are not expensive. They are very affordable.
Yeah.
You will thank God for that, and it works for you. But there are places you will see. I don't want to start calling names because they don't pay for publicity. There are places you will see, and you know that these people their food not gonna be here. Do you understand? And you will call them. That is what is called making reservation. Even if my girls hang out.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Even if it's my girls hang out, we don't just wake up and go to a place. We will reach out. That's why they have Instagram. That is why they have customers. That's why they have social media handlers. You reach out to them and talk. Even my friends, because my friends used to call me Roots the plug for everything.
Yeah.
Do you get? Everybody Roots this, Roots that, everything you want. Even if you want to buy airplane.
I want to sell my kidney.
I have police number. I'll give you a message number. Even if you want to buy airplane, like they'll come and miss me. Roots, I want to do this for my babe's birthday, or I want to do this with my friends. We recommend restaurants for me. Like more than half of the restaurants in this Calabar, I have their number. They are either their desk, front desk, or their kitchen service or something. You will call and ask them, please, can you send me their menu? Even to hotels.
Okay.
Even to hotels, you ask them, because you cannot just go. Okay, let's say, for example, I use school for a context. Let's use this context. You go to a hotel. This hotel and this hotel. This hotel, that hotel that's inside State Housing, and that hotel that is on Marian Road. You will see the two hotels. You will carry yourself and go to the one that is at State Housing. Then they'll tell you, room is 90k, 100k. Certainly, collect 50k now. When there's the one that is Marian that's collecting 25k.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't make sense. That's why it's planned. You planned your date. You not just wake up and cry on this daughter and leave her house without planning.
And go and be pricing.
And go and be pricing in my what kind of embarrassment is that? If you cannot afford this, just say we cannot afford this. We'll carry ourselves and go to somewhere else. But let's start pricing. It's like supermarkets, going to pricing in supermarkets. Where do you want to start?
Guys, she has a very valid point, and she has been able to convince me and not confuse me that pricing on a date is
Very
ridiculous.
embarrassing.
So if you cannot afford it, I think it's just better to, like, if you did not pre-plan, you can, or book a reservation, you can just, after seeing the menu, you can just decide to go to somewhere else that
Because somebody had done it to me before.
that
to
could
be honest.
be affordable, that should be affordable. So let's go to the next story that we got. She kept saying away every time I said something fun. Stop.
Tough.
She seemed very stressed. Oh, okay. That was the first person. She kept saying away every time I said something funny.
I did not give you just Emma.
What was that?
Somebody texted me yesterday. I know that I don't use Snap a lot. I just used to go there and post videos on my story. So this day I'm like, let me just go and check. Because if you open my Snap,
So you're not just going to check. You're going to.
it's not even that. The messages are too much. They're sending me streak. I don't want to keep streak with you. I'm not sending you streak. Why are you sending me streak?
How does somebody send streak to you without
Like,
you accepting their?
No, you cannot. The thing is that I added them. They added me and I accepted. Do you understand? So there are plenty. So I told you that day that if I'm bored, I just go and view the streaks. I'll just tap. So this day I was bored like that. I just went. So this one actually has a message with the streak. I tapped it open. He said, "How are you?" I said, "I'm fine." What did you even ask me? I called talk to I'm not Sabio. He said, "You speak Pidgin." I'm like, "Eh? I'm Nigerian." He said, "No." I asked him, he said, "Oh, he does not like Pidgin." I said, "Waiting concern me." He said, "You're still speaking Pidgin." He said, "That's a huge turn off." And I said, "First of all, I'm not trying to turn you on. Secondly,
What's I didn't mind.
Secondly, I don't know you from Adam. And I don't give a bloody damn if you like Pidgin or not. I am in Nigeria. I'm not going to class up for me class. Why am I actually speaking English for you? What do you want to offer to me?"
Do you know that we are all actually related from Adam? So you actually know it from Adam.
Nice points. But actually, I'm going to speak English because I want to, not because it doesn't it turns a turn off for you. I don't care about your ons and off.
People are different. Me, we like girl, they speak Pidgin. I love it when a girl can communicate like in Pidgin and in English. Like
When it's time to be classy, I'll be classy. I mean, you have not met big people the way I've met people. You have not been in rooms that I have been in. If it's time to speak English, I will speak the English. I will not even do mistake. Even if I know I'll talk very fast, I'll not do mistake. But I can't speak English for you. So what's happen?
Pidgin is actually a language itself. Pidgin is actually a language. So let's proceed to the next person.
Hey.
He kept trying to convince me to change my career to what his ex was into. What is the entertainment self quotation? Go into any serious business and I'll fund it. It is definitely an Igbo man. That is definitely an Igbo man. Share with us your experiences. I heard Igbo men are very, very
sweet men.
Nah, they're not sweet.
They're sweet men.
They're sweet in a ridiculous way. So share with us your experience.
That entertainment say so. I mean, there's nothing there. One name, let's go abroad now. Let me sponsor you in school.
This is from a lady. As soon as he found out I was doing well for myself, he dropped the Playboy zone and asked me to lend him money. Fantasy character energy switch to Mama see your boy, oh, Haley. I've actually been meaning to talk about this stuff. Like, okay, this is kind of like the opposite of what I've had in mind. Like recently, I was just talking to somebody about men being intimidated by a more successful woman, and this story kind of like feels similar in some way. A bit.
This story made me speechless.
It's actually kind of.
Well, but first of all, why do you feel intimidated by a successful woman? Do you know that Zubi Michael said that thing to this Igbo actress?
No.
That fair girl that has something here. I forgot. She's a popular actress, but I forget. When I want to remember her name, I remember not now. Later. But she bought the house.
This? Okay.
She bought like a freaking big house. The banker said, now when you don't buy house, now which man won't marry you? She not told the man, the guy that I bought a house, not because. I heard people say, he said I buy house because my husband no go to fear me. All I will know that I am capable.
I realized something recently from that conversation I told you had. This generation is gone. Why because everybody's trying or everybody's striving to take power. Everybody's striving to have control. Men want to have control over women. Women want to have control over themselves. And it's kind of like contradicting from what we all grew up with, you understand? Because the reason why a man would feel intimidated by a woman.
This thing you just said now, women want to be controlled by themselves, men want to control by women. I saw something, no, I'm not trying to bounce you. I saw something similar online that the reason why divorce rates are high in this generation is because men want to still live like our fathers, like their fathers, but women do not want to live like their mothers.
Exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly.
So it's very similar.
That is exactly what I'm saying. So everybody is trying to gain control, and in a way that we fail to realize the very importance of marriage, the very importance of partnership that's God actually ordained. If a woman is more successful, I personally want to be in a space where I can carry my wife's credit card, I can carry my wife's debit card, and buy something for myself. She can carry mine and get something. A woman doesn't always have to be like dependent on you, or when things go wrong, you can just do whatever you like. I think that is what most men enjoy, control. So when they realize that a woman is doing better, they realize that
at this point
they're losing that control.
I feel like it's not even just control anymore. I feel it has something to do with the male's ego. Because
as a man, I'm telling you what the ego is about.
Okay.
But the ego is about control.
Then explain this, yeah?
Yeah.
If the ego is about control, wouldn't it is it not the feeling of strength? That control is not a feeling of strength, a feeling of me. Do you understand? Are you not supposed to be proud that the woman you called your wife is that so that guy seen that gist that we had that last time? That he walks into the restaurant, everybody was looking at him like, yes, that's my date for the night. That pride. People only, no, you people shy. Do men only have that pride when she has the banging body, a cute face, but they don't have that pride when she's driving a G-Wagon or she's in a Rolls Royce or in a Benz.
That is why.
And I can't fathom it. So
that is where control comes in. The body, the banging body and all of that, you cannot control it. That is how, like, the way you are growing now, you cannot control that one. But the one that they know they can control, besides, a banging body is kind of like a show off. You understand?
So why can't they show up her G-Wagon for goodness sake?
A successful woman is kind of like intimidating because she's going to struggle, or to them, they feel
submissive.
Not even about submissive. To them, they feel like a successful woman becomes not just independent, she gains full control of herself. Thereby,
because any small rubbish she don't come out.
Exactly. That is the whole point.
Do you know, I had this discussion with one of my aunties, but I think it was last year. Yes, last year. I went to her house. I had this discussion with her. She's an army officer.
Yeah.
Do you get? She said that this is exactly the same. She said that the way she see me, that I'm the kind of person that and my head no go dey house. I'm like, how? She said, I'm so into my work. I want to make money. I want to do this. I want to do that. That as I'm doing this thing, I should learn how to be submissive. Yeah. Because if the way she's seeing me, if I actually get the kind of money I'm looking for me to listen to what a man is saying, it'll be very hard for me.
And do you also know that from what you've said, it is actually proven that successful women are not submissive. It is proven fact.
But how do people like Omosala have long marriages? There are people that their marriages are, and they are very successful women.
There are things in marriages that's, see, marriage is about enduring. Even relationships, more relationship is about enduring. What is your level of endurance?
I like us to use endurance, because if you use patience, like
how far can you endure? You get people where their endurance level or strength for marriage don't span like 40 years right now.
Yeah.
Most of our parents they tolerate plenty things. Maybe say some people not tolerate right now. It doesn't mean that people are still not enduring and tolerating shit in marriages today. You understand? People are still tolerating and enduring all stuff.
So the more wealth a lady has, the more short her endurance level becomes.
It's actually
Matches.
factual. It's actually factual. It's actually factual. But me, I'm rooting for you all, ladies. Anybody that wants to be successful. The whole point is that make everybody just stay alright.
Everybody, they make everybody do alright. Do what you can do.
If at the end your wealth makes you feel like you are on top of the world, when you know that you're not even like close to the 1/10 of the richest people in the world, I think you're just going to like drop your ego and go back to being a submissive traditional a submissive traditional woman.
I don't like that traditional
that is going to be a story for another day. Women love traditional men. Women want men to be traditional.
Women want to be taken care of. I feel like if you're masculine enough, no matter how woman is, her pregnancy will always come out.
That's going to be another topic. Women want traditional men, but they do not want to be traditional women. Full stop.
No.
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I'm not saying.
Guys, I stand on my ground because we will not talk about it later. We'll talk about it now. I stand on my ground because I am a huge fan of men masculinity. Yeah. Do you understand? Right, for me,
traditional or modern masculinity.
Modern masculinity is so classless.
Okay.
But traditional masculinity is more classless.
So what are you?
My point is, I feel like men should not feel intimidated by successful women because if a man is masculine enough, do you understand? I don't mean masculine that you understand, like masculine, the way the Bible said to be masculine.
Just like
do you understand? If I would not know that, we'll have to ask your babe.
Okay.
If masculine enough, there is no woman on earth where the woman is the president of the United States that she will not be like her feminine side will not come out. And as long as her feminine side is coming out, she'll be submissive. It all boils down to the man, how the man is.
I actually agree with that one, though.
Do you get?
I agree with that one, but why I said what I said was entirely different from what you just said. So, guys, from the story that we've had, we actually kind of deviated from from what our viewers sent us. But if you are going after a woman just because you've seen that she's more like she got past you, stuff like that, you go to call her, they hail her mama, all this type of thing. It's going to be like a turn off for any girl because women are
emotional creatures. That's what you want to say.
That's not the word. Women it gets this word. Oh God.
I've never known.
Help me with that word. Women are always going for people above them. There's a word I'm looking for. A woman can never be with somebody below her. Women are always going for people above them. So guys, thank you for sticking with us till the end of this segment. See you guys on the next segment.
Hey darlings, this is Gist with Real Next Door. You know I always have gist for you. So I always see something online or I have something sent to me. Something is always leading to something.
You see something.
Say something.
You say something.
So here we go. Last year, a friend of mine started feeling off. Nothing dramatic, but one of those moments where your body feels strange and your mind won't rest. He decided to turn in for a full body check. My young brother, Dr. Mo, helped him with a list of tests to do. The following weekend, he went to a reputable hospital in Abuja. Blood samples were taken and the only test left was a semen analysis. So he went home to provide that. A few hours later, he returned. But the moment he walked in, something felt off. They told him to sit and wait for the doctor because only doctors give HIV results. And he said he understood, so he regularly checks himself anyway. But he couldn't ignore the subtle shifts in how the nursing receptionists were behaving behind him. The silence felt heavy, then he pressed them. That's when one of the nurses asked softly, almost coldly. Where is her face? Coldly. Why don't you use protection? That was the moment his heart dropped. He called me immediately and said, Slim, where are you? Where is Dr. Mo? I told him I was about to board the flight for a seminar and that my brother was at his office. We put both of us in a conference call and explained everything. His voice was shaking. We told him to calm down and wait for the doctor. A while later, he called back crying uncontrollably. Real tears, mucus, panic, the kind of cry that comes from deep fear. He said the doctor told him he was HIV positive. They explained that the test had been run twice. The first showed faint visibility, the second was bold and confirmed. The doctor consoled him and immediately prescribed antiretroviral medication. He paid 300K upfront for 3 months' supply since it wasn't in stock. When he asked why it was so expensive, they told him global funding had changed and the drugs was now costlier. That evening, he called me again and told me everything. This was a man preparing for marriage. His whole future felt like collapsed. His whole future feels like it collapsed in one afternoon. Within a week of emotional breakdowns, he told his family and his fiancée. She cried endlessly at first. Then, after testing herself and confirming she was negative, she stopped picking his calls. Eventually, her family cut off communication too. But through all this, one person never stopped pushing, my brother, Dr. Moore. He kept insisting, "You need to repeat this test somewhere else." My friend resisted. Well, my friend resisted at first. He believed the hospital was one of the best, but Dr. Moore drove to his house himself and took him to a diagnostic center. They ran the test. Negative. He didn't even know how to react. Relief felt suspicious, so another test was done. Same protocol, same careful confirmation process again. Negative. Dr. Moore looked at him and said calmly, "Right now it's one positive, one negative. We need one more to be sure." The next day, they went to the government hospital. Two different testing methods were used. Both came back negative. That was the moment the weight lifted. Joy, disbelief, anger, relief, all mixed together. He said he wanted to call his fiancée immediately. We told him to call only to inform her of her wrong diagnosis, not to ask her for anything back. Some things happen to reveal more than they take, because sometimes the real test isn't medical. It's life showing you who stays when fear enters the room. What do people think about this?
Nobody's obviously going to stay in that type of mode.
Okay, so I don't understand why your brother was saying people were supposed to review if it were they won.
Nobody's going to stay.
If the tables were turned, will you stay with your fiancée that you found that she was HIV positive?
Especially if you realize that, okay, this person was cheating at a point.
See, like nobody, because like I want people in the comments, because the HIV will not become test for loyalty when they must me, because even if you want to test me, there's nothing I hate like all this testing, let me test him. At least there are lengths to it. Do you understand? You will test your partner once in a while for sort of things. No, with HIV test results. So I will come and carry myself and give you. My children will not come and have HIV because of what? The people at AS and AS getting married, they say this love is love. Love where? So you want to fall in love and bring sick children into this life? Like for what? And people that say they want to act broke, so they will test their wife if she will pay for. Why don't you give her millions and see how she manage that million? Is it poverty to test the woman? What? What exactly?
With the poverty test, though.
What?
Long King. The poverty test, and giving millions is kind of like poverty test is what defines a real tough time. You understand? Poverty test is kind of like, okay, if this money happens to vanish in the future, if this money isn't as much as it is now in the future, are you going to stay?
Or you test her if the money is there and how she will manage it. Because some people use to squander money.
It's different. Whether you can manage money or not. Do you have that endurance and self-will, or do you have that endurance enough to stay when it is? See, if money no dey, you will not know how tough life can be. Compared to if I give you 20 million, and even if you invest in a good business, it doesn't mean that you'll be there when the money isn't there.
Please, remember, it's much to me poverty. I don't have that.
Keep doing the poverty test, guys.
Anyway,
it's approved.
To that. You're going to work out of your fucking life. So please, guys, please tell us what you think about this guy and his brother saying that life moves people from your life, not because of medical reports, or not out of anything back. Let's know what you think. Will you stay with your partner if they were diagnosed of HIV or any other, and not cancer, let me not say cancer, any other health-related deadly disease like all those hepatitis, Will you stay with your partner? Let me know in the comments. And with that, that forms the end of this section of the ghost section.
See you guys on the next episode.